Saving starts with Xfinity. Get a great price on Xfinity Internet. Plus, ask how to get an eligible 5G phone on us. And for a limited time, $300 back when you add Xfinity Mobile. Go to Xfinity.com/start saving. Call 1-800-XFINITY or visit a store today. Restrictions apply.
Audio Frontier.
Pedro Mendes! That is just brilliant!
Peters racing back to provide the cover. Here's Ali McCoist! Oh, he's done it! Ali McCoist from Rangers!
Is there going to be a twist in the tail? Lovercrantz! Yes, there is!
And Albert gets it through! The hammer has torn Celtic apart!
It's Barry Ferguson! Oh, yes!
This is Rangers Daft with G4 Claims. Been involved in a road traffic accident? Get them now at notitfaultclaims.com.
Welcome along to Rangers Daft. It's our brand new podcast on the Football Daft channel. It used to be just available to patrons, but now we're giving it to everyone, aren't we nice? And this is probably the strangest Rangers Daft we've done. We've done Rangers Daft now for a year or so. It's always been smiles, always been happy-go-lucky, Grado and Stephen, but at this point, the two of them have lost their brown brogues after launching them at the telly on Saturday. Welcome to the podcast, as ever, Grado and Stephen Purton. How you doing, boys?
All right.
Good evening.
It's not the usual intro, is it? Oh my God, and Stephen is just like... It just feels like a volcano about to erupt. It's just like building and building and building, judging by his Twitter antics. We'll get to the football in a minute, boys. But first, we've got to invite our guest pundit, as we do every week. He's been on Rangers Staff before as one of our patrons. Now he's making his debut to the public. It's Ross Saunders. How you doing, Ross?
Aye, not too bad. It's been a while for I felt like this on a Monday, so hopefully no many more as the week's going.
Right, we'll get into it in a minute. Ross, you've come on as our pundit this week. Remember, if you want to get signed up, all you have to do is sign up to our Patreon, patreon.com/footballdaft, and you could be on the show as a pundit like Ross is. Ross, we ask it every week. Who's your favourite Rangers player of all time?
I was always a big fan of the Hammer when I was younger. And obviously Barry Ferguson's and that, but my first hero was Big Alberts. Big Alberts,
aye. And your favourite Rangers moment?
Helicopter Sunday's hard to top.
Yeah.
And I was at the Old Firm and all when McGregor saved Samaras's penalty, and I was right at the goal where he saved it. So that was something else I know.
That was a title winning save.
It was, aye.
That one is a league that save, man. That definitely won his league that season, man.
With Vicen on at the time, he was behind me. Absolutely. He's not with a boot protector on jumping in my back. No.
Brilliant. Let's get into it, boys. We'll speak about Dundee United in a minute, but first, I just want to touch back on Malmo. We talked about it briefly on the main podcast, but let's just go back to Malmo in the Champions League last week. Obviously, it didn't go the way he's wanted it to. Stephen, you were quite critical of the performance of Rangers on the night. What went wrong?
We never got gone, man. We've not got gone the full season so far. The first 3 games, really, even at Livingston game, watching the highlights and that, we still looked a bit huffing and puffing. But no, I think with Malmo did just look like a team that are like 12, 13 games into the league campaign, and they looked quite sharp, but we just never really took our game to them. We just let them play their game and didn't lost the kind of the physical battle. They were up for it a bit more. They were a bit aggressive in and out of possession. We couldn't match that, the same as we couldn't match on Saturday at Tannadice, and I just very lethargic and looked very toothless, lethargic, you name it. I just no like us at all.
Ross, do you agree?
Aye. To be honest, I didn't think we looked great, and they did look fitter. But getting in at half time on Tuesday, I didn't feel as if they had us on the back foot, or like we were in danger of the game. I thought if anybody was going to score it by us, but then we came out for half time, 2 absolute calamitous errors in the space of 5 minutes. The game's gone. Mm-hmm. It wasn't like us, but you could see the fitness levels, the difference in them.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think, Grado, it made a difference that they're obviously 15 games into the season as opposed to, Rangers who are just kind of getting started? Do you think that was a big difference?
Well, it must be because what the boys have said, I don't know what's happening. It feels even for the first pre-season game against Partick Thistle, apart from the Real Madrid game, we've not looked ourselves at all.
Mm-hmm.
And last Tuesday night, as Ross says, I mean, they didn't look, although the first half was kind of there was no major incidents, but in the second half I thought we looked stronger the first 5-10 minutes. It was just that kind of moment of madness. They scored 2 goals and I just thought, where the hell did that come from?
Mm-hmm.
What is going on? And we were just a bit kind of shell-shocked after that. But the last kick of the ball, getting that goal, I celebrated that as if we'd won the game because it was a major step going into tomorrow night, because it totally changes the feeling going into this game tomorrow night.
Do you think that just improves how important Davis is to the side, Stephen?
Aye, it does, mate, and that's what I'm looking at it. At the start of the season, we're going, there's 2 teams there. You've got 2 players for every position. We'll look well equipped going into the campaign. But then when it actually comes to it, you're looking going, we can't go without this guy. Yeah. You can't go without him. And that's worrying, man. That worries me. Like, he's 37 now. We can't keep relying on him. We really can't, but it looks like we overly rely on him.
Yeah. Another player, I mean, Stephen Davis obviously was quite impressing, probably the best of a bad bunch against Malmo. I've seen a lot of talk up and a lot of write up for Itten in the game. His hold up play was quite good, but I mean, is he someone that can fight their way into the side? Regarding obviously, when we're looking ahead to the return leg, is he someone that can do a job?
I'll let one of them answer that, don't I?
Really? Is it that? Yeah.
Oh, I don't think he's that bad. I think in Malmo, I think he done well.
He wasn't the worst player in the park last Tuesday.
And he's actually had a decent pre-season as well.
Aye.
I mean, worst park you talked about worst players in the park last Tuesday, Grado. Is that the worst the Rangers defence has looked?
Oh, I don't know what
Gerard took over.
Aye. It's very, I don't know what's going on with Golson just now. He's in it. That last week he didn't look comfortable. On Saturday he looked. It's just something's not sitting right with Connor Golson just now. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, he looks. That season before the pandemic hit, he was error after error, and the fans were getting right on his back, and he looked like a mistake's in him. That's fucking slowly starting to creep back into his game. He looks like there's going to be a mistake in him every 10 minutes, man.
Yeah. What about you, Ross? What did you make of the Rangers' defence?
It's night and day for last season. Just you didn't worry when teams were attacking us because the defence was solid. But against Malmo for the 2 goals, defence was all over the place, and then it happened again on Saturday. I know, so there is that worry starting to creep in that are they not responding well to hostile environments, because that's 2 away games. When you're the away team, none of your own fans in there, and the defence has been all over the place. Mm-hmm. So it's a bit worrying that maybe the atmosphere's going to get to them.
Aye, mate, that's what I mean. I was saying to some folk, man, like in my work that were texting me, I'm fucking calling that shite about the fans and all that, but it is starting to look that way. You're trying to say, oh, shut up, don't be daft, it's not that. Professional football players can go there and play, but it's like you say, mate, two defeats in the bounce, man, and 2 very hostile atmospheres.
I did see a worrying statistic, and this is just obviously it's over a year, but the last 7 games Rangers have had with a crowd in, they've lost 5 of them.
Wow.
That's go back to Hamilton and Livingston, stuff like that.
I can't even solely be that. I mean, that's a team that went to Parkhead at Christmas. That season, that December, but the year before, and managed to win when we had 800 fans in the crowd. I don't think that is the issue.
Yeah,
and then if fans also say as well that it could be the home crowd tomorrow, I still think that was a team as well that went 2-0 down against Braga.
Aye, 1-3-2.
Yeah.
Aye.
I mean, the whole Steven Gerrard obviously came out, and we talked about it on Football Daft. You know, it's the first time he's really sort of, you know, the home records are obviously outstanding for Rangers. So he's come out and said, I'm going to call an Ibrox crowd. I've never done it before, but we're going to need them next week for full 90 minutes and full voice for that behind it. And the mentality change in injury time, it could be a big moment with that. Obviously, that Davis last goal. It's a big rallying call to the Rangers supporters. It's going to be a noisy one tomorrow night, isn't it?
Aye, I can't wait, man. Honestly, I can't wait. I mean, like we're saying there, I mean, it's the 9th of August, right? We've lost one league game.
Yeah.
Out of 40, right? It's just the manner in which we've started the season, I think. But I think better Rangers teams than this Rangers team have started the season poorly. Do you know what I mean? So I've got faith, and I think Gerrard and McAllister have got enough credit in the bank. Michael Beale have got enough credit there to go, right, we'll fix this. But we do need to fix it quickly, because this wee slump has came at one of the worst possible times, where you've got a Champions League fucking campaign hanging by a thread. Do you know what I mean? So
it's also interesting, Bob, listening to Gerrard today saying it only takes one result to
flip it. Aye.
So,
I mean, you look at Celtic, man, they've got one result and how many now, and they're fucking world beaters again, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So fucking, it does. We just need to flip. We need to just go on the front foot, man. We need to play our game in and out of possession. Like, even the press is away. It's like Kamara and Lundstrom, they're not covering the fullbacks the way Kamara and bloody Davis or Jack always used to do. And I don't know, just with the ball and without the ball, we're not moving as a team. Do you know what I mean?
Well, let's move on to Saturday, and let's move on to the Dundee United game then. First side to beat you since Hamilton way back in March 2020. Did you see it coming? I mean, we were all sitting in the main podcast. We did our predictions with who knows wins. Everyone had that down as an away win. And I think it's quite obviously. I mean, Dundee United were well outside. I think they were at 12-1 or whatever. What happened on Saturday? Where did it go wrong, Stephen?
Oh, man. Again, what I said, I don't know, like, it's like Ross was saying a minute ago, I don't know, I think, Grado, we were talking before it, weren't we? Mm-hmm. Got a wee bit nervous about it, man, I don't know, I was a wee bit, we just didn't start well, we let them, I lost count of how many balls we put into the box, and they cleared every single fucking one.
It reminded us of the way we played 2 years ago.
Aye.
That kind of forever trying to break them down, and just know, and it's just
the old classic. You could still be playing the new, and we've probably not got a goal. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just something's no click. The intensity, man. There's no, like I said a minute ago, with the border. Ryan Kent had probably the worst game I've ever seen him have in a Rangers jersey. He was far near the ball. Kamara was miles off it. Borna doesn't look fit. Goldson looks like there's a mistake in him. We're relying on Davis to do something. Honestly, it was a fucking horrible game.
I mean, the players that you brought in, you brought in Aribo came in, Glenn Kamara came in, McLaughlin obviously started as well. Morelos was one that I thought was a bit unusual to start. What did you make of that? I mean, last week he was running about car parks of the airport, and then suddenly he's in against...
I think he needs the minutes, mate. I think we're looking at him to go, he needs to lead the line tomorrow night, and it's a big game, the crowd's going to be there. I think the plan with Gerrard would have probably been, right, give Morelos 60 minutes, hopefully the game's fucking done and dusted, we've got a couple of goals up, and then you bring, like, the four or something on. Do you know what I mean? But, nah, man, it just... Horrible, man. Horrible.
Ross, where for you did it go wrong on Saturday?
It was just, as the boys have touched on, it was just a performance that we're not used to seeing. We were so off the boil. Players that are usually reliable were getting the ball away. We're 1-0 down. Kent started to do step overs and going nowhere.
Aye.
It was. I think we could have played to 10 o'clock on Saturday and we wouldn't have scored.
Yeah. Was the game won and lost in midfield then, you reckon? I mean, Dundee, or was it somewhere else in the park?
No, I genuinely think, see the middle of the park, see with Lundstrom there, and Davis and Kamara, one of them needs to one of them needs to get close to Morelos. One of them needs to go. You see the three of them sitting there, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Lundstrom looks like he doesn't know what his role is. If you're going to play that system, one of them needs to get close to your fucking centre forward.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's no rocket science. I mean, the only player, the game I think really it would have suited, and as a guy he was getting panned on it. He didn't have a great game in Malmo. Scott Arfield had a poor game, but he's the type that maybe would have took a wee gamble and went beyond. Do you know what I mean? But
Lindstrom definitely caught it this week, but he said that games.
I mean, Boyd came out afterwards, kind of saying he was maybe switched off for the goal. Is there questions over Lundstrom already?
No, it's a typical Rangers.
Hyperbole.
Aye, it's fucking honestly, the guy's just he's obviously better than what he's shown the new, but I'm not going to sit and pan the guy. All right, he could have tracked his runner for the fucking goal. Do you know what I mean? But I'm not going to sit and pan the guy. I still think he's going to be a good bit of business for us, and I think he'll do a job.
You think so?
He's only played 2 games.
Grado's jumped up on the train already. The Lundstrom slagging train. Fuck's sake, Lundstrom!
That's just coming for the guy fucking watched Zungu against Hamilton and said he's going to be the best signing we've had in fucking...
Hold my hand up. I got that one, Ryan.
I've maybe get this one, Ryan, but I think he'll be a decent player for us. I think, like I say, man, don't get me wrong, man. See if Ryan Jack comes back fit, he'd be fucking on the bench. Lundstrom. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know.
Yeah, I mean... Sorry, Gail, on you go.
No, I was just going to say, I also didn't like his pre-match interview either. There's something, I don't know, there's something.
What's wrong with his pre-match interview? Did you not like?
You remember that? No. Do you remember we were talking about players that feel as if they're playing for the rank team? Remember that? Remember we were talking about that?
Yeah.
It's in the back of my head all the time now.
No like him?
What?
You know, digging him, man, no?
You can't say that. As you say, Bob, he's only played a couple of games. And to be honest with you, a couple of games he played in pre-season, he looked no bad. I just don't know whether I don't know what it is. He just looks just a bit slow, isn't he?
Aye, he's frustrated.
I think, actually, on that, I mean, Kent probably aside, do you think there is a lack of pace in the Rangers side?
Aye, there is.
Yeah.
They know, like, Scott Wright came on. I don't know. I mean, you're looking at it, you're going, you've got Scott Wright, Sakara, Kent, right? Sakara wasn't there at the weekend, obviously, he's took a knock, but there is enough pace in the team, but it's just what personnel you put out in the pitch, out of all the players.
Do you know what I can't go to, Bob, as well? And Gerard's always come out and said that about making substitutions, right? He doesn't want to take the sting out of it. He doesn't want to make a substitution before the goal because he wants to wait and hold off as long as possible so that he can try and get the goal. And it was just frustrating on Saturday. I know,
should have been made earlier.
I know we would have, yes, if they did score the goal, but we were putting pressure on Dundee United before we scored the goal. We really were. It felt as if it was coming, and I just felt as if a wee change there to put on. To add a wee bit of excitement, a wee bit of energy.
Aye, definitely. The goal came against the run of play. I mean, the first half we were absolutely honking, but the second half, well, I would say we were the better team the second half, and they scored against the run of play. But for me, we're not testing keepers enough. Do you know what I mean?
No, that's another one I know. What was that? Was it Aribo? Was it Kamara? And you're going fucking shit.
Aye, just shit. Even the Malmo game, you're going, how many shots we didn't target in 2 games? It's no like us. Do you know what do you think, Ross?
Aye, definitely 100%. Need to start shooting more regularly. Lundstrom hasn't started well, but for what I've seen in pre-season, to be fair to him, he doesn't seem scared to have a dig.
Aye.
So maybe if he starts to up his game a wee bit, that's maybe why he was brought in. Because I think Gerard himself said that's a problem that the players don't want to have a hope.
And mate, I think if I'm Lundstrom, man, and that came at the weekend there, I'm going, unless he's been told otherwise, I'm like, mate, just gamble, go forward.
Was it Real Madrid or Brighton that he rattled the crossbar?
Aye, hit the bar, aye.
It was one of the two. We are shot.
You're going, just go forward.
I mean, you think Gerard, I know the type of player he was, that he'd be saying to them, listen, sometimes you just need to take a fucking dig and hope for the best. Aye,
exactly, mate, exactly.
I mean, it's early on, guys. Is there any? I mean, obviously we're that's 2 losses in a row, which is unheard of when we've been doing this podcast. Is there any major concerns from you guys at this point, or do you just think, because it just seems to me that Rangers, they're trapped in second gear and can't get up to that third gear?
That's what, like I was saying on Twitter last night, man, mate. See if you've lost in Malmo and you get beat at Dundee United, but you've fucking been all them and it's just one of the games you go, it's not your day. That you can take that. That's not the case. It's the level of performance it's really worrying. I seen a thing today, right? Somebody said on Twitter that usually we're like 6 games in now because you start so early in the qualifiers of the Europa League, right? You've had maybe 4 or 6 competitive games under your belt, right? We've not had that this season, but we knew we weren't going to have that. Do you know what I mean? You know you're not going to have that because you've won the league. You're a wee bit later qualifying rounds, but the level of performance has been absolutely stinking, to be honest. It's been really, really poor, but we need to. The more night, they're no mugs, man. We should be beating teams like that, but the way we're playing the new, like I said, we're in a bit of a slump, so we really need to go through the fucking gears big style, man.
Yeah, well, we'll preview the match in a wee minute. Steven Gerrard after the match said, over the course of the 90 minutes, I'm not sure we deserve to lose the game, but you always put yourself in that position if you don't go and score goals. What we created today, it wasn't enough. We've got no time to feel sorry for ourselves. We've got a massive game in 3 days' time. I mean, you probably was a draw. For me, it probably was a draw. I mean, it was obviously a deflection. The boys done. I mean, I have to say that the left back, and hats off to Dundee United. They set up really well. I thought Nicky Clark had a great game. I thought the
fucking won every heater in the air against Orlando.
Aye.
What was that all about? I said me fucking get up for a heater with you, John.
And the young left back who scored the goal, Jamie Robson, looks like he's
need some game. He need a game of life.
Yeah, just what we need, another good Scottish left back. But that expression, that sound says it all, Stephen. I mean, you even look at the possession, 68% possession to Rangers, 32 to Dundee United. You know, it was probably a draw when you look at it, but again, Dundee United just took that chance and that was it.
You need to fucking match these teams' aggression. See the aggression they showed, the way they rolled their sleeves up. See if you don't match that, you're always going to be fucking. You'll get fun out. Do you know what I mean? You can't just turn up.
A lot of other managers will be looking at that Grado and going, "That's how we get at them."
Mm-hmm.
He's not very happy.
No, see, the issue is, it's all right saying Rangers had so much percent possession. It's all right having the ball, but when you don't do anything with it and you don't get it, there's no point. I actually think we did deserve to get beaten Saturday.
Oh, really? Right.
I genuinely do, because I just felt Dundee United had a wee bit of fire in them. The crowd was right behind them. They were going for it. I could tell within the first 5 to 10 minutes, we're going to end up making Charlie Mulgrew look like a world beater today.
Aye, exactly, mate. Aye.
That is exactly what happened. I just had a feel in my water. I could see him smiling and pulling folk and all this, and I thought he's going to end up. He's going to have
and he dinged my message to come on as a guest, so he's not fucking coming.
Right, okay, boys, here we come to over the week then. Malmo and Dundee United considered. Rangers staff rated. Who are we giving the Rangers staff rated over that week?
Davis.
Davis. For me, I thought Aribo wasn't the worst player on Saturday.
He wasn't. He had a good game on Saturday. He did.
Ross.
Davis, definitely. Only player that's had pass marks over 2 games.
Right.
Do you really think so? On Saturday, do you really think Davis got pass marks on Saturday?
I didn't think he played overly well, but he was the only one that tried to do. So he gave the ball away a lot more often than what I've ever seen him do.
He can get criticism as well, you know.
I think Aribo looked like the one. I found myself screaming quite a lot, going, just fucking get the ball to Aribo, because he looked like he was going to be the one that would fucking have a bit of guile on the ball and was going to unlock a door here and there. But I think as the second half, as the game went on, he kind of could tell he's not played much in pre-season and he looked fucking dead on his feet by the end of the game. But I don't know, man. Davis and the Dafties, fucking every one of them, man.
Right, okay. Right, so who over the week is a Rangers Dafty?
Goldson.
I'm going to say Goldson as well.
Mm.
He was just lapsing a wee bit of concentration. There was a few wee kind of dodgy scenarios on Saturday where I thought, Christ, oh God, fuck, you're free today, Connor.
Aye.
Right, okay. Ross, who for you?
Aye, Dawson.
Full house.
Not letting up to scratching now at all. And as we mentioned earlier, like you're worried there's a mistake in him now.
Aye, and I don't know if it's the whole, like we were touching on earlier, fucking crumbling under the pressure of the fans, or it's this stupid fucking contract situation that needs to get sorted one way or another. Because see, if it's not going to get sorted, he's not going to sign. I've seen a lot of people saying, aye, but just keep him, get the Champions League, win the league this year, then let him go for none. No, see if he doesn't want to sign a contract, you can't trust a player to go out there because he's got one eye on a move anyway. You know what I mean? So you can't.
Well, that ends the most.
It can't get his moving if he doesn't play well.
No, I know.
There you go. Well, that ends the most depressing start we've ever had to the Rangers staff. Let's move on, shall we?
What do you know about Dr. Dunch?
Based on the unbelievable true story.
I can't make sense of this.
Dr. Death.
Dunch has 2 deaths that we know of.
Starring Joshua Jackson with Christian Slater and Alec Baldwin.
I am going to fix you.
All episodes streaming now, only on Peacock.
Cruyff's gone through the middle. He's not going to need any of them. He's going to go all the way. A magnificent goal from Alberts.
Right, before we preview the Malmo game, let's look at some Rangers news. And Steven Gerrard, we talked about it earlier on, saying we can flip the mood with victory against Malmo. We're 2 games in terms of the league and 1 game in terms of Europe. It's still early days. We won't use any excuses. The last 2 performances haven't been at the level we've set. Our Ibrox form in terms of European games has been pretty strong. I expect a good performance, and we can flip the mood of the previous 7 days with a really strong performance, and the result what we want, we can change it pretty quickly. Obviously, the last game in Europe, but that was the last capacity crowd you had, was actually against
Leverkusen.
I was there. I was working at it.
Yeah. You didn't get with you the DJ at the Brimlin or something?
I'd sometime for the European games. For the European games, I do
Blacklace and the Brimlin and all that, when you for the Rangers.
I DJ the family stand.
Go if you want to go faster.
You know what? Fascinating. I think have I told you this before that Broxy Bears banned on European nights.
I think you've told us this actually.
Broxy Bears banned on European nights because he's not a licensed UEFA mascot. So usually when you're doing the old. Go, welcome to the concourse, Broxy Bear. A bit of Penny Arcade goes on, and there comes Broxy Bear. The kids are loving it. Banned.
He is in the Euro squad then.
Not in the Euro squad. Broxy Bear's been dropped. Going back to what Gerrard says, do you think this? If you've got the capacity crowd, Stephen, I know you're absolutely buzzing for it. Grado, have you got a ticket for tomorrow night?
Yes, and I've got a ticket for the Old Firm as well.
Oh, fantastic. There you go. So capacity crowd, do you think that, we've talked about crowds and how crowds can affect Rangers. Let's just say Malmo get an early goal. Do you think the crowd will turn, or do you think they'll stay on? Sorry, Stephen. Sorry.
Oh, John.
Sorry.
But see tomorrow, I don't know. I've got butterflies in my stomach for tomorrow night. Just the whole Steven Gerrard telling the crowd we need them. I mean, as folk have been saying on the internet, they've kept us happy during the lockdown. They've gave us great memories whilst everybody was struggling through this COVID situation and scenario. It's a kind of time that we can now pay back the players, and I think the fans will be ripped up for it.
Oh, yes, Grado, yes.
What if Malmo scoring the first 2 minutes, Grado? What happens then?
Oh man, that's a fucking. If that happens, man, oh Jesus.
What happens in case they scored early?
If they scored early, man, it's not going to be a nice. Well, how early are we talking, John?
First 5. Let's say the first 5.
We still get time. We're all right.
Okay. So looking forward to the game, boys. Ross, you got a ticket for it?
Yeah, I'll be there.
You'll be there, brilliant. So we'll find out.
Absolutely buzzing. No, this is my first game back. I've not managed to get to any of the other ones. So
mate, I'm the same. I had a ticket for Brighton, Real Madrid, and obviously my season book for fucking Livingston. Gave it to Grado because I had my boy's birthday, anniversaries and all that. So this is my first time back, and it's almost like you have went full circle, man. You go what we've been through as in the club for so long, and then the pandemic, like everybody, and then your first game back, it's a Champions League. You know what I mean?
I just want to highlight I've not missed a game.
There we go. Right, so that's tomorrow night. Good luck to you boys. A couple of bit of transfers, rumours. Feyenoord have been priced out the move for Joey Veerman. Do you think? I mean, this guy's been linked throughout the summer with Rangers. Do you think if you were to, they're kind of waiting on the Champions League money, see if they get
100%. I don't make a big signing unless we get a Champions League.
Is this guy an attacking midfielder?
Aye, playmaker. He's a playmaker. Aye, he's a creative midfielder, which is probably what, going back to what you're talking about Saturday, is probably something that you would need.
Aye, definitely, John, definitely.
Yeah. Talking about midfielders, another one that's been apparently been submitted. Turkish papers are reporting that you've submitted a bid for Fenerbahce midfielder Bright Osaya Samuel, who's a winger. Again, he's another one that's been linked on and off with Ibrox. Have you been on YouTube and checked out the clips of him yet? Because that's what we all do now these days, isn't it?
I've not checked him out. Yeah, I will. As soon as this is done, I'm going to check him out. But
Right, Osaya Samuel, write that one on YouTube. And another one that's an interesting one is Danilo Doeki. You've been linked with him. He's also linked with Newcastle, Norwich and Fulham. So you just think, oh God, does that just suddenly price Rangers out of the game with that? But he's basically been made captain of Vitesse. But he said that doesn't matter because I might still leave the club. So it could be another one that he's been linked with. Any of those? I mean, obviously we were all going on YouTube to check out any of those kind of players that I've just mentioned. Dueki's a centre back, by the way. Are any of those kind of players you're looking for? Like you've got
the attacking midfielder like Veerman. You need somebody like we're saying. Sometimes in the middle of the way the midfield's out now, like. Again, it's only fucking 2 games into the, do you know what I mean? But a wee bit of guile in the middle of the park. Somebody's got to put their foot in the ball and look a wee door, fucking, do you know what I mean? Something like that. Veerman, but I've not seen him. I don't know. And I don't know.
That Isaiah Samuel for a couple of years at Blackpool. See if my fella no ends.
You had a couple of years at Blackpool.
Yep.
Brilliant. Is that Grado's on the old Wikipedia right now?
Aye.
What tell us the statistics, Grado?
64 appearances for Blackpool, scored 4 goals. 103 appearances for QPR, 11 goals, and he's made 15 appearances for Fenerbahce this year and has scored 1 goal.
There we go.
That's a bit worrying. He signed on the 15th of January on a 4-year deal to Fenerbahce.
And that's
is this the centre half?
This is midfielder Bright Osaya Samuel.
All right.
Right, so we'll wait and see if that comes off. Talking on wingers, actually, going Middleton away to St Johnstone.
Aye.
He had done a job, or he's just not Rangers quality.
Nah.
I just remember watching him in that cup final. I thought he was. You know, when I've seen him for St Johnstone, certainly in that cup final, I just thought there's a player in there.
I think that I don't know. Nah, don't know.
Nah.
He's all right. I just think it's why man. I wouldn't be surprised at the end of this loan move where they go and they make it permanent. Do you know what I mean? I think.
Aye, like they did in O'Hara.
I think there is a player there. He's decent. He's no. I just think there's better players at our club in his position where he's not really going to. I seen during pre-season he played left back at one point, didn't he? So I don't think. Nah. No. Good luck to the boy though. Good luck to him.
So no worries with him leaving the club either. Have you guys heard any news or any gossip?
I'm stayed away from most things, Rangers.
You just stayed away from everything this week?
Aye.
It's not been good, John.
It's no. It's not been good. When you go on Twitter and all that, there's like I can't deal with like the Rangers fans about the just all of a sudden this guy's pure shite and this team's pure shite and you're like fuck's sake.
See the ones like get that fucking captain's armband after time. He's no captain material.
No, we're not back to tab bashing already, are we?
See on the Rangers pages, I get that captaincy after never a captain in his life. You're like, fuck's sake, man, look what he done last season. Player of the year, top goal scorer, his assists, he's had a couple of bad games for fuck's sake.
It's unreal, man. But then there's the kind of flip side as well. When you have a wee pop at like the performances, but you're not allowed to send bad. Do you know what I mean? Like you can't. There's no happy medium where if you have a wee pop or you go fucking wasn't great there, man. It's like well, it's only 2 games in, calm down. I'm like, I'm not calm. I'm just saying we're not playing well. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know.
That's brilliantly struck by Davy Cooper.
Well, let's get into it then, boys. Let's talk about the Malmo game tomorrow night. We're recording this on a Monday evening. Looking ahead to I've got some bad news for you, sorry. I know you're in a terrible mood already. Malmo have got it over Scottish sides. Remember, they put out Rangers back in the day.
Hibs.
Celtic went under Ronnie Dyla. Hibs, they absolutely scalped 9-0.
Aye.
So, I mean, obviously, poor performance the first leg. We've already discussed that. What's going to change in this second leg? I mean, they only got a draw at the weekend. They only managed to draw against Halmstad at the weekend.
It's more than we fucking managed.
Looking at the team news for it, I think Sakala might make it.
Gerard said today Sakala, Morelos, Hadji, Balogun, they're all back, so it should be.
Do you think, right, so, I mean, we've obviously Rangers put out a statement about Kamara Roof as well after games. We wish him all the best.
Aye, that's horrible, man. That's horrible.
Family emergency, we don't know what the situation is there, but wish him all the best. So it doesn't look like he's going to be available. So, boys, let's go for your starting 11. Grado, let's come to you first. Who are you starting against Malmo?
Alan McGregor. James Tavernier.
Oh, you nearly done a me.
I know I can. Hollander, Golson, Barisic, Kent, Davis. Arfield's not really let us down at him in Europe. I would start with Arfield. Kamara, Aribo, Morelos, and Solanka.
Grado, I think that's 12 players.
I was going to say, mate, that's too many.
Take off Arfield. Morelos and Solanka up front together.
What about Sakara?
Attacking. What?
Sakala.
Sakala. Right, did you get that right?
Aye.
Right,
so you're going Morelos, Kent, and Sakala up front.
Right, so Davis, Kamara,
Aribo,
Kent, Morelos, Sakala.
Big fashion.
Fashion Junior.
Stephen,
Lay that one.
There you go, Stephen. Are you agreeing with Grado's formation? Any changes you'd make there?
Toying with the idea. I would maybe my three would maybe be Morelos, Kent and Aribo. Push Aribo further forward. And I'd maybe throw Hadji in the middle.
Really?
Hadji, maybe.
He's fit for them already, or
aye, if he's fit, I think we just need that wee something different coming for the middle of the park, man. I think
middle of the park, really? Has he played there for Rangers before in centre?
Played there in pre-season, man. He played Barry 3 in pre-season. I'd maybe him or Arfield, I'd go. I don't know. Maybe you put Aribo into the middle. I'd maybe, if you're playing Hadji and Aribo, you've got the luxury of maybe dragging Aribo back at times and Hadji going there, or vice versa. Do you know what I mean? So I think we need some different in the middle, man. We really do. You need somebody that's going to be able to get fucking close to Morelos. Do you know
Would you not go Arfield? Would you not go Arfield? Like Grado says, he's not really let you down in Europe. Always had a good game there.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Ross, agree or disagree with any of that? And what's your team?
I'm going to take Kamara out to start with since he's banned.
Aye, he's banned.
Aye.
You've had a fucking nightmare.
I was kidding on.
It's going to need to be fucking monster.
Boss, you might have fucking said that about 5 minutes ago, mate.
Same back four. I think my three in midfield would be Davis, Arfield and Aribo. Kent, Morelos and Hadji up front, because I think these games has been Hadji. We see the best of Hadji.
Aye.
Do you go Morelos after?
Aye.
I
think Morelos, he looked alright. He actually looked a lot leaner than what I think he looked last year.
Right.
He's been training with Columbia and all that.
And running around Glasgow Airport car park.
Listen, he's in better nick than he's looked before.
Aye.
He just turns up in Europe, I know.
Aye.
Yeah.
Well, John, stop slagging our centre forward because he was running around Glasgow Airport, right?
Sorry.
Right?
I'd love to have seen that. Like fucking the cones are out in fucking the Glasgow Airport car park, and there's fucking Varela talking about. I just think it's something funny about that. I don't know why. What's that?
It's like when we won the league, man. I get a photo of a bunch of the young team down at Brigton Cross, remember?
That's right. Yeah.
You turned up Brigton Cross.
So right, score predictions, boys. What's happening?
3-0.
3-0.
3-0. We're back tomorrow.
Right, are you right, Grado, come on.
I'm going for 2-0 Rangers.
Oh, there we are. Ross, come on, son. What's it going to be?
3-0, I reckon.
3-0. Come on. Right, he's going to be on your feet. Also, you're going to do what Stephen said, on your feet, singing through. Is that what's going to happen?
Aye.
You're not going to be that guy. Just
voice on Wednesday.
Right.
Yeah.
No voice on Wednesday.
I know.
No voice on Wednesday. No voice Wednesday. Right, so this is it. Tomorrow night, Malmo. Let's have it, boys. Let's have it.
Aye. I say John, man, he's got to get the broomy jumping, isn't he?
Here's Gascoigne now, pushing forward, showing great determination. Oh, he's done it again.
So that's it for Rangers staff. Thank you very much for listening. Ross, thanks for being a great pundit, pal.
Thanks, mate.
Cheers, Ross, mate.
Cheers for having us on, guys.
No worries, mate. Listen, if you want to be a pundit, it's dead easy. Get on to patreon.com. That's patreon.com/football daft. You get loads of content up there right now. You've got teammates with Sanjeev Kaur. You get all the old teammates up there, all the outtakes, all the old Rangers daft, and so it's all up there, man. So get involved. Lots of stuff to get involved with. So check that out. Patreon.com/football daft. Please rate and subscribe to Football Daft. We do like getting a nice review time and time again, so please do that as well. This Friday we are back with a headline show. If you've not heard Football Daft meets Sanjeev Kaur, that is on the channel right now. Sanjeev was a good laugh. Rare time with him. He did alright in the quiz as well, actually. Did he get a 9, was it?
He got a 9, I think he beat. He beat. Who is it he wanted to beat?
You beat Greg Hempel.
Greg.
You beat Greg. So check that out on the channel right now. And this Friday, another good guest. I'm really looking forward to this one. Ailey Barber is going to be on the show. So we're looking forward to speaking to Ailey. Do you know what? It's terrible. I think this is our first female guest we've had on.
No, we had Lisa Swanson on.
Oh, we had Lisa Swanson. That's right. But Ailey should be good chat. I don't know about you boys, I want to find out about all the behind the scenes, what goes on during the game and all that sort of stuff.
Mark, John.
What is that?
Such a mark.
Mark Grado, you fucking love that shit, so don't even start on me. You'll be wanting to find out all about that as well. Oh, really? What happens? Oh, what does Chris say about the games? That's what you'll be like. So don't start. So yeah, that's happening on Football Daft this Friday. So best of luck, boys, against Malmo. Fingers crossed for you. I mean, it's great for Scottish football if Rangers can get through that Champions League. So fingers crossed for you. Like I say, subscribe, rate, review to Football Daft. And until next time from Rangers Daft, what do we say?
We are the people.
Audio Frontier.
Minute Maid slushies are back at McDonald's. And if you'd like to thank me for that information, I'll gladly take a slushie. It's more than a drink. It's a McDonald's drink.
Right now, treat yourself to a small Minute Maid slushie, like the new strawberry watermelon flavor for $1.59. Or try small McCafe frappes and smoothies for just $2. Price and participation may vary. Limited time only. Minute Maid is a trademark of the Coca-Cola Company.